Woohoo! Good afternoon, everybody. Wow, it's been a rainy afternoon. I'm just going to wait here for people to show up. Let me know if you're already there by commenting. This is Artie Lopez, and we're going to start our very casual webinar in a couple of minutes, or maybe 5 minutes, depending on how many people are tuned in to watch. Okay, let's check this out. I'll be ready if you're ready. All righty. Okay, I see that we have real-time subtitling. I hope it's accurate because magtatagalog din ako mamaya. Okay, I'd like to say hi to all those people already tuned in. Thank you for joining our webinar. It's Creative Freedom Beyond Quarantine. I hope you'll excuse me. I have a little bit of a rough throat right now. It's because of the weather. Sobrang humid. And let's wait for what do you call this? Terminal mass, so to speak, before we start. We got 8 people, and we'll be starting in a short while. If you got any comments, please comment something so I'll know you're there and I can acknowledge you. Because later on, when there are a lot of people, I might not be able to answer your questions via typing. So I'll do my best to answer live. All right? Tagalog or English, pwede. Wala lang questions about algebra, geometry, physics. Sorry. Okay. So anybody out there, give me a shout out. Please say hi. Leave me a comment. Okay. And wow, our connection must be really slow right now because a little bit of a downpour earlier. I don't know where you're coming from. I'm right here in near Quezon City, somewhere between QC and Marikina. And the rain was so bad. I guess it's our connection, our data connection everywhere. So I hope you're okay and stay home, in safety and in company with your families and friends, etc. That just either on your way home from work or safely just watching this live webinar from a very happy anniversary. Okay, our connection, man, is so slow. Let me know if you are seeing this broadcast. Just I need to see your comments. Let me know how you're doing. Okay. All right. We got 11 people watching, and there you go. Hi, Crystal from Urban Gadgets. Mr. Hua Bendi. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep up the very nice product. That's right. Thank you, and thanks for watching. Anybody else, just keep on commenting, and I'm going to be starting in a short while. I'm just waiting for critical mass to get started. I'm hoping for more people, so more people can benefit from this talk. Because it's creativity is very important in this kind of situation we're in. We're stuck with various kinds of quarantine. I hope you're all staying safe and that you're following, the safety protocols, masks on when you're outside. But if you're inside just watching this safely, then you're all good. Okay? No social distancing needed if you're at home with your family. So we're all good. Okay, Crystal. How's it going out there? Is everybody from Urban Gadgets tuned in? Happy anniversary. Happy 5th. And we're going to get started in a short while. Just a few more people. And then perhaps in 3 minutes, we're going to get started at about, maybe 5 minutes. Let's start at 5:10. At 5, right? Man, I'm just checking our connection right now, and so far It's not the best, but we're fast enough, and we're gonna get started in a short. Okay, looks like we are gaining a few more viewers. All right, this is me typing out, saying hello, everyone. Okay, Mr. Wabendi. Wow, what kind of guitar are you holding? Is that a Strat? Very nice. And hello, Crystal. Wow, pretty naman your profile picture. Okay, we're gonna get started in a short while. Almost there. 4 more minutes. We start at 5:10. Okay, well, there, 11 people watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for leaving your reactions. Okay, we're gonna be all good in a short while. I hope you can. I hope our connections hold in and hold out. I mean, hold together. Is Here we are. We're live, and you have to excuse me. My voice is a little bit hoarse. All right. Hi, my good friend Jerry. What's up? Thank you, Jerry, for joining us. And it's not my usual voice. I got something in my throat. Maybe I need some. I don't know. Bug net with the rice. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. All right. 3 more minutes. We get started. We start at 5:10. Okay. And all right. If you're tuned in, please don't feel bashful. Just type in your comments. And if I can't type fast enough, I'm going to answer them live. Uh, I think that's even better. So don't be shy. Just type in your comments, Tagalog or English. It doesn't matter. Any questions about creativity, photography, videography, production? Those things are gonna be covered in today. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes remaining. We're gonna get started in a short while. And yep. Hi to all the friends watching out there. Don't forget to post a comment, post a question, and we're gonna be discussing all those things right now. Okay. And I'm gonna get started. Wow, in just a minute. And we're right there. Crystal. All right. Crystal, can you tell me how our videos coming along? Are you being able to watch this clearly? Are we stuttering or anything? Any technical issues out there? Are you good? Okay. Anyway, if you don't get to watch this live, this is going to be recorded anyway and posted up on the official Facebook page of Urban Gadgets. So you can watch this later on at your leisure and, when it's convenient, when you're not busy anymore. And please don't watch this if you're driving. Safety first. All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. In about 30 seconds, here we are, 14 viewers and counting. All right. Okay, so let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Artie Lopez. This is Creative Freedom Beyond Quarantine. Now, I know that, everybody's been affected by this situation we're in, and it's like a rug that's been pulled out of our feet, under our feet, and, it's changed the way we've conducted everything, our everyday routines, our work. Okay, there you go. And then, Crystal, thank you for letting me know how you're doing out there. I hope the connection holds up and that you get to watch as well. Anyway, yeah. So everything it's been affected. And I know that a lot of people have, some have reduced days of work, some have lost their jobs, and I'm so sorry if you're one of them. And but you know, that is where you'll also see how the Filipino main characteristic shines, and that would be, you know, the resilience and being resourceful with regard to surviving the most difficult hardships that you know, situation has been bringing in. So now that we're in quarantine, I'm sure that everybody's been trying to compensate and adjust to this well, not so new norm, because we have routines to follow now. But if you are in the media profession, like for example, if you're a photographer, you're a videographer, you're a freelance voiceover artist, or if you're a performer, a live host, etc., you know, everybody in the creative industry, in the performance industry, if you're even part of ABS-CBN, I'm sure we have been affected so much by so many things. The administration's management of the situation itself, and of course the dangers of being out there, you know, with this pandemic. So I'm sure bumagal ang dating ng trabaho, bumagal ang dating ng racket, humina ang pasok ng mga gigs ng mga freelancers, and then what now? What do we do now? That's a question that I ask myself so often when this started about 6 months ago, roughly. No, not really. Maybe when it started, when it fell down on March, when quarantine happened in the middle of March. Ayan, it got a little bit you know, disorienting. Everybody's sort of like almost halted to a stop. Everybody didn't understand what was going on. So especially in the advertising industry, in the broadcast industry, in the creative industry out there, performers, all of them growled. So about, okay, you know, okay, we're gonna keep on going. Just stay with me if the connection sort of like blinks or anything, because yep, we're gonna keep on going, because that's who we are, that's what we do, and we are beyond this quarantine, right? So we're gonna be talking about creative freedom. Okay, so if you don't know who the heck I am, my name is Artie Lopez, and I don't usually sound like this because it's the weather. Anyway, I'm a multimedia producer. I'm also a journalist by profession. I work with Inquirer Mobility, also Inquirer Motoring. That means I write and review cars. That is my main gig. All right. So I'm a journalist, but journalist for cars, a motoring journalist. On the other side, and probably like the other half of what I do, I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer. I'm also a content producer, or what you call a multimedia producer. All right. So yeah, I'm involved in a lot of things, but most of the time, I'm always, you know, doing something creative, because that is part of my job, and more than my job, that is part of who I am and what I do, and that is what I count on. So stick with me, because what I'm gonna let you know is that during this quarantine, creativity is something that I held on to sort of like be a major outlet, a major refuge. Kumbaga, lahat naman tayo merong dinaan ng paghihirap, takot, pangangamba, um, pagdududa, at pag-aalala sa lahat ng nangyayari. So kung araw-araw natin nakikita sa mga feeds natin sa social media, sa Facebook, na daming mga naapektuhan ng COVID-19, mga, you know, yumao, nagkasakit, nawalan ng trabaho, talagang tatamaan ka ng stress, tatamaan ka ng takot, ng anxiety, ng depression. And you know what? There's no shame in admitting all these things. Walang taong matibay totally. sa mga bagay na yan. So we all got affected, all right? And then most definitely, here we go. Most definitely, of course, um, we had to count on something. And yung mga first couple of months ng quarantine when we got stuck at home, anong meron natin pangahawakan in terms of yung mga darating na trabaho o mga maaaring hindi na dumating na trabaho. So we had to count on stuff that we can do. Of course, ang makikita natin ngayon, ang daming bumaling sa pagluluto, sa pag-bake, and that is just fine. That is something to be proud of, not something to be ashamed of, because ibig sabihin, resilient ka, ibig sabihin gumagawa ka ng paraan. So, you know, we all have this innately in us. Kumbaga, natural sa atin yan na hindi masukol sa isang sulok at mawala ng pag-asa at hindi na lang gumalaw. So, kung hindi man natin kayang gumalaw sa ating katawan, ang isipan natin ang walang limitasyon. Our minds are totally free of this quarantine. That's why I call it creative freedom beyond quarantine. Because no quarantine can hold what's in your mind. All right? So I'm assuming na kung nanonood ka ng webinar na to, meron kang interest na related sa creatives. Either photographer ka, videographer, aspiring or amateur or professional or intermediate, it does not matter. Lahat tayo ay umaasa sa creative freedom, sa ating creativity. Ngayon, medyo general ang ating yung creativity to begin with. Maraming masasabi natin ang ibang tao mas creative kaysa sa atin. It's fine. And also, you know, there are also people who might think na, no, wala akong creativity sa katawan ko. That is not true. Because, you know, pag nagpatawa ka sa Facebook at gumawa ka ng comments, gumawa ka ng meme na original, o kahit na sabihin natin meme na binago mo ng konti, that is already creativity. Now, iba-iba lang talaga. And sometimes you have to channel it. Okay? Now, let me show you lang what I do. Just to explain how I apply creativity in my work. Okay? So, magtataka ka, I'm a journalist, pero anong ibig sabihin ng creativity sa akin? Di ba nagsusulat lang ako ng mga litrato, ganyan, so pwedeng ako magbigay ng photos o photographer magbigay ng photos, but ano bang creativity? Lalo na sa panahon na to, everybody needs to be creative. Everybody has to bring out and cultivate. Kumbaga, araruhin natin ang ating capacity sa pagiging creative at palaguin ito para tong halaman na kailangan mong diligan. At anong pinapandilig natin para sa creativity? Inspirasyon. And inspiration is everywhere. Actually, humarap ka lang sa mobile phone mo, sa social media. Marami nagde-demonize ng social media, but you know, social media is a fantastic, unlimited source of creativity. What you find there, what you see there, if you will just learn to filter, kung matututunan mo lang mamili ng mga bagay na makaka-apekto sa'yo at matuto kang bumaling sa kabila kung medyo nakaka-stress yung iba. You know, iwas sa politika, iwas sa negativity, sa mga trolls, etc. Just look at the positive, source it out, and sort it out, and use what you can use to inspire yourself. To sort of like, you know, sort of draw inspiration from, to be able to create new ideas. All right? Maaring naantig ka sa galing ng pinost niya. Either ang galing niyang tumugtog, ang galing niyang kumanta, ang galing niya magsulat, ang galing niya kumuha ng pictures, ang ganda ng video na inedit niya at shoot niya sa pamamagitan lang ng cellphone, etc. That is all good. I keep on going with that. All right. Ang haba ng intro. I'm so sorry. But let me tell you what I do. All right. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, especially under quarantine, napaka-importante ng multimedia production skills. And pag sinabing multimedia production skills, it could be any media, di ba? Could be photography, graphics, writing, audio, videography, of course, and animation, and all the other combinations of that and permutations in between, diba? So here's what I do. I come up with 2 videos every week for Inquirer Mobility. I'm their producer, I'm their host, I'm also their content creator, but they're all related to cars most of the time. So here's something that I did recently. Um, it's about a car. Kung hindi kayo mahilig sa kotse, just pay attention to how this was put together. All right. And if you have any questions, just post it anytime. I'm gonna be addressing each and every one of that. All right. Here we go. Good day and welcome to Inquirer Mobility. I'm your host, Harley Lopez, and this is your quarantine edition. That's right, pardon me for the pun, but we're stuck in various degrees of quarantine and, well, self-imposed for safety, I hope, but that doesn't mean we can't have a fix for things automotive, and we're here to make it happen. Today we're going to feature Honda's iconic Civic Type R. I know it's been around for at least a couple of years, but it's only gotten better. I'm going to skip it forward a little bit to show you what I do, all right? It's got an adaptive damper system, dual axis first express suspension in front, multi-link suspension, the millennials and even the Gen Zs. So, it's comfortable enough for daily use. Okay, so what I did here, para lang makita nyo kung ano yung ginagawa ko so far, I took photos of the car, the Honda Civic Type R, and then I've also taken some videos of it, and then I've also requested from Honda videos ng Honda Type R, and then I put them all together. So it sort of like requires a certain kind of creativity to put that all together. So parang ano ba ang pwedeng gawin para mabuo ang isang video? So that's one aspect of what I do. So with this one, kinailangan kong magsulat ng script, kinailangan kong on camera hosting, kinailangan kong magkuha ng litrato para isama sa video. And then I had to edit this myself. Meron akong katrabaho dito, actually a freelance video editor. Pero dahil sa quarantine na to, hindi ko na siya na babatuhan ng files na malalaki dahil sa, sa limitasyon ng connection ng data natin. So I had to edit this myself. So that's one of the things I do. All right? And then I will go into detail later on. Kung meron kayong mga questions, just keep on posting them. But, you get caught with staying at home. And ano pa ba ang pwede kong magawa kung wala namang kailangan gawin? Like, for example, walang requirement from your work, or sabihin natin, tigil muna from work. Ano ba ang pwede kong gawin? You know what? Ang necessity ang isa sa pinakamalaking bagay na pwedeng mag-kickstart o magsindi ng ating creativity. All right? If there is a need, sometimes it's easier to be creative to find a solution. Okay. Ano ba nakikita natin na pangangailangan ng sitwasyon natin? Di ba parang ang daming negative aspect na lumalabas sa social media. And that would be, of course, punong-puno siya all about, COVID-19, the pandemic, the quarantine, etc. Pero ang pwede mong gawin, ang pwede mong isipin, ano ba ang maiisip ko para makatulong from where I am? From where you are is stuck at home, di ba? Pare-pareho tayong nasa bahay. Pare-pareho tayong nag-iiwas lumabas dahil sa isang dahilan, di ba? But that is not a reason to be sort of like cloistered or sabihin natin para kang kinahon. Gamitin natin ang ating imahinasyon at ang ating mabuting intensyon para makatulong sa iba. And sometimes, di ba, we can use what skills that we have. Parang actually, sa lakas sa sobrang powerful ng mobile phones ngayon, this is your videography machine, this is your photography machine, this is your audio recorder, this is your meme generator. You can make graphics with your phone, etc., and combine them all together, di ba? This is a very powerful unit. Pero, ang talagang mas powerful dyan ang ating isipan. So, what we need to do is actually use all the tools at our fingertips. And literally, nasa fingertips natin yung mga tools natin. And they're all here in the form of apps, in the form of the specs of our phone, na kung medyo kahit nga entry-level na smartphone ngayon. If you actually use some lens attachment, tulad ng case lens attachments, wide angle, macro, etc., mag-iiba yung point of view mo, and you'll be given like a chance to be able to express yourself even more vividly and clearly. Okay, before I keep on just yapping and talking, here's something that I've been doing for, sabi natin, public service announcement, for the service of the public. I didn't have to do this for work. Hindi naman na-require sa akin, pero I had to do it lang. And this is very, very visual. Ito, kakatapos ko lang nito kahapon. And isa lang naman ang mensahe na to eh. Ang kumbinsihin ang karamihan kung gaano ka-importante ang magsuot ng mask sa labas at magsuot ng mask ng tama. And I didn't have to use voiceover or use a lot of text. All I had to do was really come up with visuals. Diba? Ano ba ang tama at mali? Ano ba ang, diba ang simbolo ng tama at mali ay check or cross or 2 words lang, yes or no. And that's what I used. So let me show you this video. Hold on. I just finished this yesterday, and this is it. Hold on. Don't get who I was till I put on the mask. All right. So that was a video that I put together as a public service announcement for Inquirer Mobility. So yun lang naman. It's a video that was so easily put together kasi nga, kung mapapansin mo, dito ko lang sinute sa sa harap ng mesa ko, kung saan ako nagsasalita ngayon. Sa harap ng laptop ko na merong webcam, and yun na yun. Hininaan ko lang yung ilaw, ko lang ko, etc. And then, I get, okay, so, and then this other one. Ito naman, a combination of using everything I have. Kailangan nating medyo matutunan. Alright? Ano na paligid ko, or nasa puweto, marami naman sa atin dyan na, of course, gumagamit ng iba't ibang gadgets, right? Meron tayong action camera like a GoPro. Meron tayong 360-degree camera like an Insta360 1X or 1R. Meron tayong mga, of course, ang hindi mawawala ang mobile phone kasi ito palang kompleto na eh. But kung marami kang peripherals, hello. Okay, so I'm so sorry if my connection is our connection is suffering a little bit because the rain is so strong. All right, and okay, kindly message if you're still seeing everything that I'm posting. If we're all good. Okay, so sorry if my connection is sort of like really fluctuating, and if your connection is also doing that. Wow, because we have a downpour right now. Okay, so message if you're okay to if it's still going on, and if my video is stopping, whatever, I'll keep on going anyway. All right, so yeah, so as I've been mentioning kanina, I had to utilize all the tools that I had at my disposal. So the next video I'm going to show you is a combination of the use of everything I have, from mobile phone. Thank you, Crystal, for letting me know that we're still okay. And are we still good out there? Sana okay pa kayong lahat dyan. Okay, mag-comment lang kayo if you have any questions. All right, I'm gonna keep on talking and such. All right. So here is something that I put together using all the gadgets I had. Di ba? Parang meron akong kumbaga inclination or knack to use everything I have and to maximize what I have. Kasi parang kung meron kang tools na nakapaligid sa'yo, creative tools, parang yun yung magiging catalyst mo eh. Yun yung magiging tulay mo para maging creative. Alright? And again, ang isa pang ginawa ko is a public service announcement. In fact, if you'd like to exercise your creativity, why don't I give you an idea or homework to use what you have. Kung meron kang saloobin, kung meron kang gustong i-express sa karamihan ng tao o sa mga kaibigan mo, mag-upisa tayo dyan. What is the best way for you to convey it visually? Diba? Bukod sa sasabihin mo lang, bukod sa isusulat mo lang, bukod sa i-comment mo lang sa social media, gamitan natin ng visual. And kung hindi lang smartphone ang meron ka, alright, at kunyari meron kang action camera like a GoPro, or meron kang Insta360 camera like a 1X or a 1R, or sabihin natin Osmo mobile, or sabihin natin all those action cameras na mahanap mo sa Urban Gadgets. Actually, they're all fantastically usable. This is a sample of what I've done na ginamit ko lahat ng meron ako sa paligid ko. Pwera na lang mirrorless. Actually, ang mirrorless camera ko, I have a Sony a7R III that I use for work, mostly for photos and advertising work. Medyo nagtatampo na dahil di ko masyado nagagamit. Sa Panoy Gadgets. Here we go. Step back, reassess, restart. We are all experiencing the profound effects of this pandemic and dealing with the many limitations and compromises that come with it. One thing's for sure, though. The figures confirm that we are not doing very well at handling it. July 11 alone brought in 1,308 new COVID-positive cases. And as of July 12, our total confirmed cases are up to 56,259, second only to Indonesia in the ASEAN region. Okay, I'm gonna have to. And the daily routines you go through. Yeah. Okay. So, kung papansin mo, ayan, actually dito sa eksenang to, gumamit na ako ng Insta360 1R ko. Okay? So, and then, ito, gumamit ako ng, yan, this is the Insta360 1R. As you can see, talagang grabe. Kasi nga dahil 360 degrees siya, para ako may cameraman, para ako may drone. And this one, ang point of view na to, ay ginamitan ko ng invisible selfie stick na nakamount sa backpack ko. Alright? And this was a smartphone shot na naka-slider in combination with a lot of other kumbaga video footage. So, ano yan eh? Parang maraming tools sa ating mga kumbaga kailangang buuin in terms of being creative. So ito, nagkaroon ako ng need. Okay? Nagkaroon ako ng need kahit hindi siya required ng trabaho ko. Alright? Bale, I had a motivation. I needed to send a message. Pero I'm just here at home. And gusto kong i-broadcast sa lahat ng maaaring makarinig kung ano yung gusto kong sabihin at ano yung gusto kong i-contribute sa publiko o sa ating society, sa ating mga kaibigan first and foremost at pamilya, di ba? So, I needed to come up with visual aids, di ba? So, those are videos that I had to put together using everything I had. Okay? Pero, huwag kayo mabahala kung sabihin natin, hindi kayo equipped or hindi kayo kargado ng iba-ibang gadgets. Alright? So, pwede namang, what you're watching with right now, sabihin natin, nanonood kayo using your phone, ang daming pwedeng magawa sa kanya. And in fact, What I'm going to show you next is something that I've been doing not only for myself, but of course, mainly for people. You know, humor actually. Isa sa mga bagay na mahilig akong mahilig kong gawin. Kumbaga, I keep on right, but I have to keep on kumbaga getting motivated, and sometimes ang contribution ko to other people would be to come up with something positive. And sometimes, that would be something that would also uplift myself. And what would that be? I think that would be humor. Okay. Ang Pilipino, kung papanoorin mo ang, I mean, kung if you're gonna, scan through our Facebook feeds, ang dami-daming nagpapatawa. Lahat tayo, comedian. So, yung mga, ano natin, yung ating mga, what do you call this? Memes, ang ating mga TikTok dyan. So, parang suddenly, actually, if there's something positive that came out of this COVID situation, it's the fact that ang daming lumabas na talento na hindi natin inaasahan kahit sa mga kaibigang kilalang-kilala na natin, mga kapamilya, kamag-anak, kapatid, even magulang mo, yung lolo't lola. It's funny kasi parang suddenly their creative juices have been awakened, di ba? So they've learned to harness, they've learned to use any kind of creativity. That's creativity. Actually, magpatawa ka lang. Ang hirap-hirap magpatawa. Ang isa sa mga pinakamahirap na trabaho, ang maging comedian. So, the fact that ang dami natin nakikita nagpapatawa on Facebook, etc., on Instagram, that is fantastic. And I'd like to give a shout out to one of my good friends from, there you go, from the Huawei Mobile Photography Philippines, of which I'm also a member of. Benj, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon. Good rainy afternoon. Salamat. And you know what? Despite that the economy is taking a big hit and marami tayong kababayan, mga kaibigan, kamag-anak na nawala ng trabaho, maaaring ikaw rin yun. A lot of companies are also compensating for that. Hindi lang para mag-survive, also para makatulong and kumbaga keep life going as normal as possible. So even Urban Gadgets have started a layaway program. So pwede mong ituloy yung ginagawa mo sa trabaho kahit sabihin natin na-reduce yung source of income mo dahil sa pagpasok ng mga mas kaunting gigs, kaunting racket, what we call them. Pero ganun din, you can also use these gadgets to, create and continue your hobbies. And that doesn't mean that you have to stop, because there are companies like Urban Gadgets to make sure that, you'll also be sustaining what you've been doing so far. So it's the kind of help that we are all appreciating. Kasi nga, in situations like this, kailangan talaga everybody should help each other. And thank you, Urban Gadgets, for making it more available and more affordable for people, and making it possible for people to still acquire their gadgets for work and for hobbies and for creative use, and making it possible because of your layaway program, etc. So, ang gawin nyo lang, mag-message lang kayo sa Urban Gadgets and to ask ano ba yung programs na to, and I'm sure they're very flexible. And as you can see, the Crystal of Urban Gadgets and Urban Gadgets would really be more than willing to let you know of what kind of promotions they have and how they can assist you from all this. All right. So, as I was saying earlier, alam nyo ba, ang nag-rescue sa akin sa pandemya na to, kasi nga, 5 buwan na ba tayo ng lockdown or whatever, or quarantine, etc. Yung mga pinakamahirap yung umpisang-umpisa, like the first 2 months. So, I don't want to give you a sob story, pero na-depress ako noon ng konti. Nagkaroon ako ng anxiety. And I had to turn to a lot of things. You know what? The first thing that actually really rescued me was music. Okay, so, and at the same time, humor. So let me see, yeah. Let me just look for ang dami kong files kasi I want to show you. And you know what? If you don't mind, I'm gonna keep on talking until until you give up. Kasi I have so much to share. Um, but here, ewan ko lang if you've heard this before, and it's not exactly the most upbeat song, but you know what? Ganito kasi. During the first couple of months of lockdown, 'di ba? Everybody got surprised, 'di ba? Oh, ano nangyayari ganyan ganyan. Um but here, what's happening is ang daughter ko kasi doktor, so frontliner siya. So although hindi siya talaga nakikipsalamuha ng direkta sa mga COVID positive patients, ICU for example, na-expose pa rin siya sa mga nagko-consulta, etc. sa isang clinic, and some of them have turned out, PUI, PUM, yung iba turned out to be positive, di ba? So talagang me being of the father of a doctor, the frontliner, hindi maiwasang kabahan and matakot at mangamba sa araw-araw na umaalis siya tuwing umaga, di ba? So yung first month and second month ng quarantine, talagang medyo nag-downward spiral ako sa, anxiety, and I got there. I mean, I'll admit I got depressed. And I didn't know how to, sleepless nights, bumaligtad yung araw at gabi ko. And I'm sure a lot of you are also going through that. Kung nangangamba kayo at natatakot right now sa sitwasyon natin, we're all in this together. Just speak up, makakapag-usap tayo and all that. But as I said, creative freedom is all about holding on to what you have, and that would be your imagination. All right, that would be also helping you, what do you call this? Strengthen your, of course, ang faith, di ba? Paniniwala natin sa Diyos, and when we ask for His help, sometimes we have to be sensitive about the answers He's giving in, or He's sending out. And sometimes, you know what? Yung mga messages niya, hindi lang siya parang words, hindi lang siya, parang idea. Ito ay magiging outlet ng iyong creativity. Magsaspark yan. So you have to be really sensitive. Pakiramdaman mo, kung meron kang spark of an idea, parang naisip mo kahit panandalian, fleeting idea, wag mo siyang i-disregard. Wag mo siyang isa walang tabi. What do you call this? I'm so sorry. Wag mo siyang i-disregard at hindi mo siya dapat parang wag pansinin. So if you have a germ of an idea, I've always made it a habit to grab that idea. And if I can, kung meron akong oras at kung wala naman akong gagawin, yung maliit na idea na yon, maybe patawa, maybe gusto mo mag-drawing, maybe na-inspire ka dun sa kanta ng isa na gusto mo kumanta rin, whether magsulat, mag-areglo, or mag-sing along sa video, okay? Grab that small idea and let it roll. All right? Gamitin mo, doon mo ibuhos ang emotion mo. And that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me when I got so depressed and a little bit, and anxious about what was going on. Ang takot na takot ako sa araw-araw na umaalis yung anak ko na, na natatakot ako katamaan siya ng virus, di ba? Wala akong outlet kundi wala, sarili ko at pagdarasal. Pero after 1 month or so, lumabas na parang floodgates yung aking, thank you, Bench, isa walang bahala, rock and roll. Thank you sa translator ko. Yeah, wag mo isa walang bahala ang maliliit na idea na naririnig mo. So, okay. So that's what I did. Ang nakapag-rescue sa akin ay ang pagsusulat ng kanta. So, alam mo mga Pilipino, kilala tayo sa buong mundo na tayo ang pinakamagaling na singers sa buong Asia. Kapag sumali na sa contest, a singing contest ng Pilipino, wala na. Olat na yung iba. Ayaw na nilang sumali. Parang wala naman Pilipino, please. So, that is like one major thing that we can do. And kahit sabihin natin hindi ka professional singer, kahit ba sintonado ka sometimes, kahit ba hindi ka marunong magbasa ng nota, or hindi ka marunong tumugtog kahit anong instrument, alam mo, use every aspect of it. You can hum a song, you can write words, and eventually they could be a poem o para siyang tula, and it could be eventually put together as a song. Ang nangyari sa akin when I got depressed and all that, and after like a month and a half na sobra akong natatakot about my daughter, para siyang gripo na binuksan. And I wrote a song. I don't know if you've seen this. I will share this with you. Hold on. All right. Nagsulat ako ng kanta. And then, you know, I had to, sorry, medyo mabigat yung story nito, no? But nahirapan ako mag-express ng sarili ko. And when I finally wrote the lyrics to what I wanted to do, gusto kong i-express yung nilagay ko sarili ko sa lugar ng mga frontliners sa labas. Na sila ay tao din. Nakakaramdam din sila ng takot. Nakakaramdam din sila ng lungkot kasi nakahiwalay sila sa pamilya nila. At sa araw-araw na nakakita sila ng mga nawawalang tao dahil sa COVID, ang bigat nun. Hindi siya normal na tao. Hindi siya normal na sitwasyon na hinaharap ng tao sa araw-araw. Di ba? Ang bigat nun. So kinakaya nila yun kasi yun ang kanilang sinumpaang trabaho, di ba? So I wrote a song about what it might be or how it could feel if you were a frontliner. So I entitled it, I'll Hold the Line. I don't know if you've heard this, but I will share this with you. And hindi ko na siya bubuuin na i-playback kasi baka mamaya mag-iyakan tayo rito. And that's not the point. And here we go. I'm going to play this for you. It's called I'll Hold the Line.
I wrote this song as a tribute to all the frontliners out there who continue to bravely fight for all of us every single day. Thank you. This song's called I'll Hold the Line. Feels like yesterday. My memory away is from me and everywhere. Although it's hard to go, my heart you will always stay. I'll have to keep the promise I made. After how long it's been.
I'll just play this until the chorus, okay?
The others staying before my fears, the others bound before my tears, right behind the mask, looking to myself again. Do I have strength to carry on? But God, how long does this go on? And need you here to keep me strong. I'm here to hold the line. I'll keep fighting until my head's high.
All right. Okay, so you know what? I had to write that song, and you know what? It took me parang 30 minutes ko lang sinulat yung lyrics niyan. Kasi nga, ano yan spontaneous, lumabas talaga sa, kumbaga, di ba? Para kung umiyak ka, humagulgol ka, naglabasan na lang lahat. And that's how I wrote the lyrics. Parang I didn't have to think about it kasi sometimes kung pipilitin mo mas matagal. Pero kung magiging honest ka sa iyong feelings, sa iyong pakiramdam, lalabas na lang siya. And you know what? Sometimes that's what you have to do. Ano lang, isulat mo lang kung ano yung mga nasa pag-iisip mo, etc. And sometimes pag tinignan mo siya uli, you study it, pwede mo siyang mabuo into something better. And you streamline it and then you put it together into a song. So, you know, para sa technical na aspect nito, if you wanna ask, ito sinute ko lang using ano ba to? Yeah, I used my camera shooting this, pero kinailangan kong mag-areglo ng -1 para dito. I had to write the music. Hindi ako marunong magbasa ng notes, hindi ako marunong mag-dotore, whatever. Pero widow lang, but nabuo ko siya as a -1, and then it took me like 50 attempts. No kidding. Hindi naman. Almost 50 attempts to sing this kasi every time bago ko siya mabuo, wala, I break down. Pero finally, nung nabuo ko siya, you know what, ang daming nagresponde na yun na nga, na kumbaga naintindihan nila yung words at ang dami ring nag-request na gamitin ito. Ginamit ito ng Department of National Defense, ginamit ito ng University of the Philippines. Na-interview ako ng ABS-CBN about this, ng ABC5. And because the words sort of like resonated with them. So, yun ang ibig sabihin. Hindi sa, you know what, kung ano-anong mga nilalabas ko ditong files, this is not like a highlight reel or parang hindi rin ako parang humble bragging, okay? I'm just showing you that ginagamit ko lang ang lahat ng pwede kong magamit in terms of being creative. And I'd like to encourage you to be open to whatever kind of creativity that you may have. All right? So, you know what? You may not be born with it. And sometimes it's just a matter of konting tulak lang sa ating self-esteem, self-belief. If you believe in yourself, even just a little bit, you know, ilabas mo lang siya. And once it's out, you don't have to even show other people what you've been able to put together. Pero ang first person na kailangan mong pasayahin o maging kontento is sarili mo. If you're fulfilled about what you can do, that would help you build on it, di ba? And then you can go on to getting better at other things. All right? So, wow! Ewan ko lang kung naririnig mo yung kulog at kidlat dito, but wow, it's getting intense. All right? So, again, bukod dyan, moving on, I had to count on humor. Alright? Comment naman dyan yung mga mahilig magpatawa. Sige na. Kailangan ko ng konting interaction sa mga taong nanonood ngayon. Kung mahilig kayong magbasa o what do you call this? Ngayon kasi, hindi ka naman talaga nagbabasa when you look at your social media feed, di ba? Pero kung mahilig kang magpatawa, shout out naman dyan. You know, throw me a joke in your comments and I'll laugh with you. But anyway, as I was saying, creative freedom is also being able to identify what you have inside you as tools, di ba? So, parang siguro sit down and analyze ano ba talaga yung mga inclinations mo. Kasi if you're watching right now, I mean, like, you know, of course, meron mga magagaling na photographers dito. Si Benj Manalo ng, you know, Huawei Photography Group Philippines, napakagaling na mobile phone photographer. And every time I see his work, talagang nawiwindang ako sa galing. And ang dami-daming magaling dyan. You know, so photographers, videographers, I know that you are, you know, naturally inclined to do that. But you know what? Ang bawat isa sa atin, maraming natutulog na potential ng kaya natin gawin. Woo! Did you hear that? That was lightning and thunder. Anyway. Okay. All right. If you're still watching, just message me and I'll keep on playing some stuff here so I can further explain about creative freedom. All right. So like I said, you have to be able to tap your hidden potential. All right? So sabihin na, yan, lakas ng kulog, ano? Ang lakas ng kulog. All right. Ewan ko naririnig niyo sa microphone. Yung microphone ko is designed to just capture what's in front of it. Pero sa lakas ng kulog at kidlat, bam! Ang lakas. Anyway, yeah. So, ask yourself, and don't be scared to dig into your own inner potential as to what you can do. Kasi, I would like to be an advocate o gusto kong i-promote na meron ka talagang nakatagong skills. Meron kang nakatagong talento. Lahat tayo pinanganak ng iba-ibang klaseng talento na kumbaga, by default meron tayo. Built-in, package deal na pinanganak tayo. So, habang lumalaki tayo, depende sa inclination natin, sa impluwensya ng pagpapalaki sa atin, sa eskwelahan, sa mga kaibigan, pamilya, environment, community. lahat yung makaka-apekto. Pero yung mga, kumbaga, seedling ng creativity, nasa sa atin yan eh. All you have to do is dig and find out which ones they are, kung nasaan sila, at kailangan mo silang diligin at palaguin. Alright? And I think, lahat naman tayo natural na magaling magpatawa. And I count on that. And let me show you some of the things I've done. Alright? Let me see. Let me just count on some stuff that I can show you. Hold on. Okay. Ito medyo ginamit ko lang dito smartphone. Ewan ko ba, sino ba mga nanonood ng Netflix dito? Okay. Ang lakas ng kulog. You can hear that? Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Ang lakas ba? Yes. Scary? A little bit. Yes, di ba? So, sinong nanonood ng Netflix dito? Alright. Let me just sinong nakapanood ng Extraction? Ito yung version ko ng Extraction. Wala namang nag-prompt sa akin, o walang nag-request sa akin o nag-require sa akin gumawa nito. Gusto ko lang magpatawa. Pero ang unang-una kong pinapatawa yung sarili ko. Kasi after this, parang kahit hindi ko siya i-post sa social media, at parang kung kaya mong pagtawanan ng sarili mo, meron ka ng edge. Diba? So, yan ang ginawa ko. Parang spoof yan ng Extraction. Diba? Yung sino ba yung si Chris Hemsworth, right? So yan, let me show you ano yung pinag-umpisahan yan. All right. Okay. Now, on the right is the photo that I used. Ang ginamit ko lang dyan yung Huawei P30 Pro ko, mounted on a stand. Okay. Tapos may styrofoam lang sa likod ko para madaling mag-crop out ng background. Tapos, hinalungkot ko yung nasa cabinet namin. Ayan. Sabi nila, wow, yayamanin daw yung ayuda sa amin. Hindi, tinatago ko lang yan. Kasi tinatago ko sa mga anak ko, tsaka sa wife ko kasi bawal yan. Anyway, so kinuha ko yung spam, kinuha ko yung potato chips, sinawakan ko. Ayan, meron pa palang pandesal sa ilalim yan. So kinunan ko using my smartphone. As merong desk lamp lang sa likod ko, inilawan ko yung background, di ba? May isa pang lamp na nakaharap sa akin. And then, Photoshop na yung iba. So, di ba? Ang ginawa ko lang dito, kumuha ko ng image sa internet, di ba? Ng isang city, tapos binlur ko lang siya. Tapos ginamit ko as background. Ayan. Of course, in-adjust ko na. Kumuha ko ng poster mismo ni Chris Hemsworth. And then, kinopya ko yung kulay. Di ba? Para consistent naman yung di ba, yung lighting, di ba, yung tipong oiliness yung mukha ko, ayan. Ayan, kumuha pa ako ng lumang field jacket na military inspired. Anyway, so ayan, isa yan. Nagpapatawa lang ako and I had to post it on Facebook. Not for work, not for anything, not for bragging or whatever. Gusto ko lang magpatawa and marami namang natawa and it was shared by a lot of people. It was liked by I don't know, maybe 400, 600 people yata or something like that. Hindi naman ako nagbibilang ng likes pero parang it's like reward yun eh. Reward yun sa efforts mo and parang validation na wow, isa, marunong ka magpatawa. Pangalawa, yung mga nahanap mong bagay na nakakatawa pala para sa'yo, nakakatawa rin para sa ibang tao. Anyway, and ito na naman ako, di ba? That's me. Kung nakapanood ka ng John Wick 1, 2, or 3, ito yung, I think, yung promotional poster ng John Wick 2 or 3? 3 yata to. Yeah. Lahat yan, supposedly, yung mga baril na nakatutok sa kanya. Hindi ko na makita yung source image niyan, pero of course, ang ginawa ko rito, ganun din. Hinalughog ko yung cabinet namin sa mga ayuda na binigay and then yung mga nakatabi naming groceries. Diba? So pinaghalo-halo ko yung gulay, yung kape, alcohol, sardinas, tasa ng kape, suka, lahat yan. Sinut ko isa-isa yung kamay ko. Kumuha lang ako ng isang lumang coat ko dito. Sinuot ko lang hanggang manggas kasi mainit. Wala kami aircon. So, gamit ang desk lamp, kinunan ko lang isa-isa yung hawak ko na, isa-isang post lang yan, nakapatong sa mousepad na itim. Tapos, isa-isa ko siyang kinunan. Hawak ko yung mangga, hawak ko yung sardinas, hawak ko yung suka, kamatis, alcohol, talong, spam, nata de coco ba yun? Yeah. Nata de coco pa tsaka saging. So, isa-isa ko siyang kinunan. And then, ang tawag dito compositing. Pinagsama-sama ko siya sa Photoshop para via iba-ibang layer para what do you call this? Mapaikot ko siya sa picture ko na pinatong ko sa mukha ni John Wick. Nung una nakakatawa kasi kamukha ko si Manny Pacquiao. Hindi naman sa nakakatawa si Manny Pacquiao all the time. But you know the anyway, ayun, so ang ginawa ko, yeah, I had to superimpose my face on John Wick's face, and then this is what I came up with, diba? So, and then like for example, you look for things that you can find around you. Siguro naman meron kang mga laruan na maliliit dyan, di ba? Like, ewan ko, sino bang nangongolekta ng Funko Pop? Sino nangongolekta ng die-cast cars? Di ba? Sino nangongolekta ng Lego? Sino nangongolekta ng mga laruan from Happy Meal at saka galing sa Jollibee, Kiddie Meal? Ito, ewan ko lang kung may kilala mo, from Back to the Future. Yung model na yan, about ganito kalaki lang, wala pang isang dangkal. Pero pinosisyon ko siya sa garahe namin na walang laman. Tapos pinosisyon ko siya para magmukhang tama yung perspective, tama yung pwesto, tama yung foreshortening, meaning kung malapit yung puwet ng sasakyan, mas malaki siya. Yung mas malayo, which is yung harapan ng sasakyan, paliit siya, di ba? Yan ang perspective. So kinunan ko siya ng ganyan. Tinapat ko lang sa smartphone ko at kinunan ko siya, di ba? Tapos binura ko na lang yung kamay ko sa ilalim. Di ba? And then, ginawa ko, minatching ko yung kulay na, kasi nga sa ilalim din siya ng araw, di ba? So parang binlur ko lang ng konting background sa malayo para, di ba, lumapit-lapit siya sa mukhang totoo. And yung katabing Vios na nasa labas, Vios nga ba yan? Ay hindi, basta Toyota yan. Di ba? Parang yun ang ginamit kong reference para sa scale, para, di ba, sa size, para mas realistic, di ba? So, isa rin yan. Parang sometimes, with what you do, depending on what you do, kahit ba nagpapatawa ka lang, sometimes i-challenge mo rin yung sarili mo na i-up yung level in terms of yung quality, di ba? Ang investment mo lang naman dyan is a little bit more time. Kung hindi mo alam gawin, andyan ang YouTube. Ang pinakamaganda talaga sa panahon ngayon is everything is available. Lahat matututunan mo. And, you know, parang yung mga kabataan, pag sinabi kong, anong panahon namin, wala yan. Alam nyo, swerte kayo nga. Parang sumasakit na yung tenga nila because sobrang ordinaryo na sa atin ito ngayon, di ba? Parang everything is available at our fingertips. All the information you need is in the World Wide Web, on the internet, 24/7. And whatever topic you want to find out about, what kind of skill you want to learn, there's always an instructional. There's always somebody willing to share, di ba? And that is what creative freedom is all about. Hindi lang yung freedom na matuto ka dahil ang dami-daming nag-share ng kanilang skills and knowledge. It's also freedom, creative freedom, to impart your knowledge. You know, sometimes pwede mong gamiting, what do you call this? Pwede mong gamiting challenge yan sa iyong creativity na ipasa sa ibang tao ang iyong kaalaman. Di ba? So, sabihin natin, kahit yung mga super eksperto, kahit yung mga ibang urban gadget geeks dito na talagang eksperto sa kanilang field, kahit sila aminado na, you know, they keep on learning every day. They keep on, they won't stop trying to figure out something new and something to make them sharper as professionals sa kanilang field. So, ganun din. There's always somebody who's going to be better than you. And there's always somebody who's going to be needing your help with regard to learning what you know. Diba? So, pwedeng gawin mo siyang advocacy. In fact, ginagawa ko rin paminsan-minsan yun. Kasi, pay it forward. Ang kaalaman, ang knowledge, ang creativity, blessings naman lahat yan eh. So, it's up to us to pay it forward. Um, Hindi siya parang pera na nauubos, ang creativity, ang kaalaman, ang knowledge. At kahit ipamigay mo siya sa napakaraming tao, hindi ka mauubusan. And you can only make other people richer in terms of skill, in terms of creativity, and in terms of gratitude, and in terms of being blessed by transferring what you know and paying it forward and, sharing what you know. Knowledge is supposed to be free on a lot of things, especially creativity. All right. I don't mean to preach, but let me see. I have other things here that I can show you. Give me a second. Do you have any questions? Magparinig naman kayo dyan. Andyan pa rin kayo. There's still 600 people online watching. Hindi pala. 500. Ay, sorry, 5 pala. 5 lang pala yon. Sorry. but thank you for watching. And thank you for being with me, because I'm still going to be here and answering your questions. And I have so many things to show you. Well, give me a second, because I'm going to be opening this up. All right. Let me see. One of the things that can actually be a tool for you as an aid for your creativity are the apps on your phone. I'm a big fan of using apps. All right. Dalawa ang phones ko. Okay? Hindi naman lahat ng tao dalawang phones, pero sa trabaho ko kasi kailangan ko dalawang phone. Meron akong Huawei P30 Pro and meron akong lumang iPhone 10. But ayaw mag-on ng iPhone 10 ko. Namatay na siya. Sorry. Ayan din, buhay siya. Anyway, ito pa lang. Ayan, alright. There you go. Alright, so mahilig akong gumamit ng apps. And, sometimes just the apps will give you ideas on what you can do. And merong isang app, okay, if you are, hindi ko lang alam, wala yata siya sa Android, pero if it's on the Apple Store, is on, if you're using an iPhone, yung app na Action Movie ay, it's a blast. Ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin na ang ganda ng pagkagawa sa kanya. And I will show you. Meron siya mga preset na clips na pwede mong gamitin na katatawanan. And then you can shoot yourself, and then talagang para siyang action movie na binuo na napakalinis. All right? So, ang ginawa kong challenge there is to think of a story around the animation na mahahanap mo sa app na yon. Kasi pwede namang gamitin mo lang yung app. Di ba? Nakakatawa na siya tignan. And marami nang maniniwala, yung galing, paano mo ginawa yan? Anong ginamit mong app? Ganyan. But ang ginawa ko is, meron akong mga opinion sa mga nangyayari sa sitwasyon. Medyo political siya, pero I didn't want to be involved politically sa mga ganyang argument, debate, whatever. Basta kinailangan kong isend yung aking message at sa loobin at nasa isipan ko. Pero ang ginamit ko, patawa. Nagpatawa na lang ako. So, nung una na ang dami-daming tao na pasaway, ayan, yung medyo gas-gas na yung term na yan, no? Pero matagal ko na kasing ginawa to Pero ewan ko lang if you've seen this before. I'm gonna play this back to you. Ito yung ginawa ko, I just used the animation of the phone, pero nag-acting din ako. Ginamit ko lang yung smartphone ko, tapos sinut ko yung sarili ko, tapos ginamit ko yung app, ginamit ko siyang parang eksena dun sa animation ko. Okay? So, I'm gonna play this back right now.
Hello. Yes. Mag-order ako ng airstrike. Saan? Bahala ka na kung saan pinakamaraming pasaway. Yeah. Nauna. Yes, nauna. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Eagle 1 confirmed for airstrike. Confirmed by airstrike. Good hand, back to base.
Ayan, medyo brutal siya, no? Since hindi ko naman pwedeng i-airstrike yung mga hindi sumusunod sa social distancing at hindi sumusunod sa apps, sa masks, sa pagsuot ng mask, gumawa na lang ako ng video using that app. All right. So what I can advise to you there is that use all the available tools that you can find on your phone, for example. At maraming apps like, for example, paggawa ng memes, paggawa ng posters, etc. and you can actually learn a lot of things, and it will sort of like cultivate your creativity when doing that, diba? um Hold on. I have other things na, like for example, ano pa ba, ito pa isa, ganun din para sa mga pasaway. I had to do this dahil, well, ganun din. If you're stuck at home, di ba? Actually, creative exercise yan. Parang, ano pa ba ang pwede kong gawin kung hindi ako makalabas? Like for example, sabihin natin, high risk ka. If you're a senior, or sabihin natin, meron kang konting medyo compromise ang iyong respiratory system, na mas prone ka na mahawa sa labas. At talagang mas crucial na hindi ka lalabas, di ba? So if you're stuck at home, gamitin mong challenge yon to see what else can I do in the four corners of my room, the garden, lahat ng sulok ng bahay mo, isipan mo ng pwedeng gawan. Well, in my case, lahat inisipan kong gawa ng kalokohan. So, ito naman sa labas ng bahay namin. This is our garden. And I will show you what I did. Ganun din. Para to sa mga taong ayaw mag-social distancing at ayaw magsuot ng mask. Noon pa to, I think I posted this more than 2 months ago. So, I don't know. Just watch it.
Hello? Wala pa rin social distancing. Sige, release the bracket. Busy siya. Yung pamangkin lang niya, si Kraken Jr. Okay. Sige, bye. Thank you.
Yes, brutal siya. Okay, so you know what? I can keep on going nonstop with all these things, and I can keep on showing you so many files, things ang dami kong nabuo sa haba ng ating quarantine. And yun na nga, I would like to sort of like wrap this up by saying um, creativity can be your refuge. Sabi natin, may mga tanong like, mapapakain ba kami ng creativity? You know what? Yes. If you are determined to really find a way of thinking of other things that you can earn with your creativity, na hindi mo ililimita yung sarili mo sa nakagisnan mong trabaho o nakasanayan mong mga routine at klase ng trabaho, you have to, buksan mo yung isipan mo, buksan mo yung, lawakan mo ng konting pang-intindi mo para matuto ng bagong skill, or actually manghingi ng tulong at assistance sa mga kilala mong merong ibang skill na gusto mong matutunan. Mag-collaborate kayo. That would be a lot of help in terms of cultivating your creativity. Sabi natin, you can always what do you call this? Collaborate, di ba? I'd like to show you just one quick video. Kasi talagang kung ano yung ipinahiram sa akin ng Panginoon, sinusulit ko. So, nung nahilig ako sa music, I'm sure lahat naman tayo mahilig makinig ng music. Ewan ko, nung high school, I think pinilit ko matuto ng, chords ng gitara, using a magazine, binasa ko yung chord chart, ayan na, natuto akong kumapa ng piano. Kasi eventually, naging trabaho ko rin siya eventually. Naging jingle writer ako at for 9 years, naging jingle arranger ako. Meaning, ano bang trabaho ng jingle arranger? Yan yung gumagawa ng music for commercials. Dati kasi, uso ang television at saka napakaraming nakikinig sa radyo. Ngayon, syempre, may Spotify na, may Apple Music na, meron ng YouTube, andyan na yung Facebook. So, nag-iba na talaga, nag-shift na everybody's online. But still, there's a big need for music. You know what? Let me just, Let me just play this back for you, okay? This is a demo ng trabaho ko dati when I was a musical arranger. Score ako ng maraming commercials, nag-score din ako ng pelikula, meaning not score as in, made music, nag-arrange ako ng music from scratch for use on movies. So here's a sample of all these music I've been able to put together. Hold on, give me a second. So these pieces of music you're hearing, I put together from scratch. Okay, hold on. Let me So halo-halo yan. So I had to score movies na horror, comedy, action, and a little bit of comedy and drama, ganyan. Alam mo ng mga Filipino movies, talagang halo-halo, a combination of everything. So anyway, so there. So ang dami mo talagang pwedeng putahan. I also teach college. I also teach multi-platform journalism at the University of Asia and Pacific. So I teach college graduating students who study media entertainment management. Nagtuturo ako ng multi-platform journalism. And, well, syempre, tigil muna ngayon kasi lahat, virtual. But anyway, I always told them, maybe 2 years ago when I started teaching, sabi ko sa kanila, you know what, lumalabas sa internet, na mababasa mo talaga na the creative field will be the the field of the future. Why? Kasi 'di ba nauuso ang AI, 'di ba? Ang artificial intelligence, diyan na yung 'di ba, text to speech and all that, 'di ba? Ang galing na, yung mga deep fakes and all that, 'di ba? Talagang computer na nag-iisip, programs na, algorithms na and all that, 'di ba? Pero lahat yan kasi natututunan ng computer, di ba? Artificial intelligence nga. But what they can't really emulate o gayahin ng totoo, ng completely, yung creativity, humor, emotion, di ba? That's one thing na hindi natututunan ng computer. And I don't think matututunan ng computer yet. But so kumbaga the creative fields, yun yung medyo magiging putok na mga line of work in the future. That was 2 years ago. And it's happening now. Now, the creatives are, actually having a really good spot in terms of what's happening right now. Since everybody's online. Yep. Oh, hi, Ted. Thanks for dropping in. One of the best vloggers out there. Great photographer. Thank you for tuning in. So, yun. I'm saying everybody's like, so now is your time. If you have an inclination for anything creative, if you are interested in any aspect of the creative field, sabihin natin, graphics, photography, writing, script writing, copywriting, poem writing, songwriting, musical arranging, videography, filmmaking, documentary. Oh my gosh, like the choices are like unlimited. Diba? Actually, kung gumagawa ka ng videos out there, gumawa ka na kunyari sarili mong type ng TikTok or nagpatawa ka kahit hindi ka gumamit ng TikTok, etc. That's already some form of filmmaking. And you know what? Kung medyo siseryosohin mo ng konti, you can sort of like really use that to enhance your creativity. It will develop into something that you can use for work, diba? So, yun. So I'm just saying that's what it's all about, diba? So, all right. So if you have any questions, keep on going. Yep. And shout out to Ted Claudio once again. What's up, man? From Quezon City pala to, no? All right, bro. Glad to see you here. So yeah, so I would like to again recap that if you are feeling uh, a little bit boxed in, is quarantine is sort of like, oh my gosh, there you go. Sorry, we're dropping out because of the connection. I'm saying, always count on your creativity to give you some kind of freedom. All right, it's what this quarantine cannot cage yung iyong imagination. And you can always look for inspiration on the internet, and there's no shame in trying to emulate somebody's work if you can learn from it. Of course, you can't claim it that it's yours, di ba? Kung yan ay magbibigay ng inspirasyon sa'yo, pagdagdag sa iyong laman, sa iyong napiling craft, then it's all good. Use that as your, di ba? And then, of course, you can always make use of the tools that would expand your horizons in terms of creativity. I'm talking about gadgets, di ba? So, check out Urban Gadgets kasi they have very flexible promotions out there. May layaway plans pa. So you can actually acquire the gadget of your dreams. So kung gusto mo ng drone from DJI, kung kailangan mo ng Insta360 1R, like a 360-degree camera, or in 1-inch niya na may Leica lens. If you need like a gimbal, batteries, microphones, Manfrotto stands, everything, case lenses, cases for your any kind of phone, just go to Urban Gadgets. They're the most fantastic, my favorite chain of gadget stores in the Philippines, because they offer a comprehensive list of brands that are really exceptional. Hindi siya patapon yung mga maghahanap mong gadgets doon. You can really make good use of them kasi well curated, piling-pili yung mga gadgets na mahanap mo doon. And these are things that you can actually use for work. And that's what I do. Not for, when I'm shooting for work, I use these gadgets. But when I'm just putting stuff together for my own fulfillment, pinapatawa ko ng sarili ko, and bonus na pag binatawa pang ibang tao, then that's all good. So, thank you for watching. This has been RD Lopez talking about creative freedom beyond quarantine on behalf of Urban Gadgets and on their 5th anniversary. Congratulations for being around that long and being such a fantastic store. And you know what? Urban Gadgets ships nationwide. There you go. Mahanap mo na ng Urban Gadgets on Shopee, on Lazada, on the Laz Mall. They have a flagship store out there. And they also deliver COD basis. So, everything has become very convenient for your creative pleasure. So there is no excuse to not create. Use your creativity, use your motivation. And, anytime you are feeling down, anytime you're feeling so limited by the situation, remember, you can always count on your imagination. Just tone down, listen to some music, watch some inspiring YouTube videos, or just leaf through the gadgets that Urban Gadgets has and think of the things you can put together with them. Sometimes, yun ang trigger. Meron kang isang gadget na napakatindi. And ano kayang pwede kong magawa dito? Ayan na, manganganak na ng ideas yan. So that could be a really good, what do you call this? Right? So it's so nice seeing everybody here, despite the weather. So thank you very much, Urban Gadgets, for the opportunity. I'd love to do this again, and I'd love to do this with more participants out there who can throw me some questions. And I'll be checking on this video. Kahit live siya, it's going to be posted anyway. So if any questions, I'm going to try to answer them later on. And, keep creating. And check out Urban Gadgets. Once again, this has been Artie for Creative Freedom Beyond Quarantine. I'll see you next time. Be safe.